Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Boki Akimade. I'm a food blogger and I live in Lagos, Nigeria. If you're new to my channel, you're welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button so you can subscribe to my channel. Click the bell also so you get notifications when I post new videos. In this video, I'm going to show you how I make my crispy chicken suya wrap. It's so delicious. You guys have to trust me on this one. This wrap is perfect if you like to take your lunch to work, if you like to make your lunch ahead, if your kids like wrap and you're looking for an interesting filling, this is the recipe for you. You can also make it ahead by making the crispy chicken and then putting the wrap together in the morning. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix all of my seasonings together. So I'm using suya pepper, paprika powder, oregano, salt, and some onion powder. I'm going to mix all that in a bowl and I'm going to divide it evenly between my breadcrumbs and my flour, which I'm going to coat my chicken in. Next, I'm going to slice my chicken breast. I'm using the breast because obviously it doesn't have any bones and it's just easier to use. I'm going to slice this into long, chunky strips, sort of like chicken tenders, if you will. I'm just going to slice everything now evenly. Next, do your assembly. In one bowl, you're going to have your flour and in the other bowl, you're going to have breadcrumbs. Divide the spice mixture that you just mixed in between these two bowls and mix them together completely. Next, I'm going to whisk my egg. First, I'm going to dip my chicken strips into the flour mixture and make sure it's completely covered. Next, I'm going to dip it in the egg. And next, I'm going to dip it in the breadcrumbs and make sure it's completely covered in breadcrumbs. I'm going to do this with all of the chicken strips and make sure everything is nicely coated and nicely covered. Make sure you're using a deep bowl for this because the breadcrumbs and the flour and everything can just move around. And you can do a couple of pieces at once if you're pressed for time. I feel like suya spice just adds a bit of flavor to everything, especially chicken. It just gives you that chicken suya kind of vibe, but in a wrap. And so when I happened upon this recipe, I was instantly excited. I had some leftover chicken suya in the fridge that I warmed, but I wanted to put it in a wrap. And then I thought, I wish it was crunchy. And so I came up with this recipe by some mix and match type of method. And it ended up being really good. What I did another time was to melt some cheese on the chicken strips. And this gave it extra flavor. If you're fit fam, I'm not sure that this recipe is for you. I know it says wrap, but it's not the healthiest version. But you can totally skip the cheese so that you still get some of that delicious chicken in your wrap. If you don't like suya spice, you can totally leave that out. You can still use the paprika pepper, the onion powder, the oregano, and the salt to mix, to divide in between your flour and your breadcrumbs and do your chicken strips. That way it'll still be totally delicious. This is what it looks like, guys, completely covered. Make sure that every single part of that chicken is covered, like I said. So in this frying pan, I'm going to add some oil. When the oil is hot, I'm going to put the chicken strips one after the other. Make sure you leave enough room between them so that they fry and they get golden evenly, and also so that it's easy to flip over. Your oil is going to get messy after this, so you may have to get rid of the oil, but that's okay. When my chicken strips are ready, while they're still really hot, I'm going to place slices of American cheese on them. You can divide the cheese and put on them, individually, or you can just pack them all together and just put one slice over a couple of chicken strips. If they're not hot enough to melt the cheese, you may want to put them in the oven for an extra 3 to 5 minutes to melt the cheese. To assemble my wrap, first I'm going to make a spicy mayo mix, which is just mayonnaise and hot sauce. If you have any type of hot sauce, it will work. Just mix it with some mayonnaise and add a little bit of lemon juice, a pinch of salt, and you can add black pepper if you want. So I'm just going to mix this spicy mayo mix together and set it aside. For this assembly, I'm going to use tortilla wraps, lettuce, tomatoes, the spicy mayo, and my chicken strips with the cheese on them. If you want to add a bit more vegetable to yours, you're welcome to do that. You can add some carrots, some bell peppers, caramelized onions, and whatnot, and it would still be a delicious wrap. The highlight though is this crispy chicken suya. It makes it so delicious. So I'm going to lay my tortilla wrap down, and then I'm going to spread some spicy mayo on top of it. And then I'm going to lay some lettuce down. It doesn't matter what kind of lettuce you have. Then I'm going to arrange some tomatoes. And then I'm going to put my crispy chicken suya on it next. I'm placing 4 chicken strips in this. I'm going to add some spicy mayo on top, just to make it juicy and to help it go down well. Just a few drizzles. And then I'm going to wrap my tortilla. This wrap has one open end, but you can completely wrap it in and cut it in half if you would prefer. To do the open wrap, just fold one end of it and then wrap around. I'm going to use 2 toothpicks to hold this together so it doesn't fall apart. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect, you're the one eating it, so you can still hold it together while you're munching on it. Another thing you can do is to toast this wrap when you're done. You can toast it stovetop in a drying frying pan. Just hold it in the pan and do a few seconds on each side and you have a crispy wrap, and that is also so good. I'm going to assemble another 2 wraps because that's all the tortillas that I have. So spicy mayo first on the base. And then I'm going to lay my lettuce down. Make sure all of this is in the center so that when you're trying to put your wrap together, everything is in one place and it's not moving around and just being really messy. I'm going to put my chicken strips now, drizzle some more spicy mayo on it, and then wrap. I should have actually done a closed wrap this time to show you guys, but you know how to do the closed wrap. Fold both ends of the wrap and just wrap it away from you and try to wrap it as tightly as possible. And when you're done, just hold it with toothpicks to keep it together. And this is how to make this crispy chicken suya wrap. You guys need to try out this recipe and let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave me your questions, your suggestions in the comment section, and I'll read them and respond to them. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done that. You can find me on Instagram at The Kitchen Muse, on Twitter at KitchenMuseNG. I'd love to hear from you, and please tag me in your pictures when you recreate my recipe. Let me know if there are any video ideas you'd like to see next on my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.